Hey Ty, we're hearing static through the video feed, and then we're not hearing anything on our end with the radio. I think you may have disconnected your mic by accident.
Everybody still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Are you good now?
Yeah. Did somebody check the internet?
Hey Ty, I got video and there's about a minute delay.
Okay. The video screen's okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So video looks okay? I know it's a crazy angle. That's all I can do in this little gym here. So.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. And audio is going to have to be based on what you hear on the first time you get a chance, but I'm sure it's going to be turn it down, turn it down. Oh, we don't have a phone connect, do we?
No.
Let me, where's the phone?
Hey Ty, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Because the phone is jacked up. I'm gonna have to not mess with it right now. I'm just gonna have to watch the internet close.
That's fine.
That doesn't cut off. It doesn't cut off any audio from anywhere else, right?
No.
Okay.
I was able to hear you, and now it's about a 2-minute delay. And instead of turning down, I need you to turn up a little bit.
Okay. And let's go ahead and get started because they're going to cut the clock pretty quick here. Can you come back? Are we getting ready to go? Hello, hello.
Yeah. All right, you got about 45 seconds.
Okay.
15. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome live to Gadsden, Anthony Gadsden, New Mexico. Time for Hobbs Eagle basketball. We're getting ready for a quick tip here. First game ended quickly, and we're at the middle school here in Gadsden for this game. Two of their games for varsity have to be played here this season, so they are doing it here tonight against the Hobbs Eagles. Of course, Eagles coming off a heartbreaking 52-50 loss at Permian on Saturday to go to 1-1 on the season. And ready for tip-off already here. Eagles are in their black and whites as they quickly get in the right corner to Gore for a 3 fadeaway off the back of the rim. Ball tipped around for just a second and pulled down for Gadsden as coming across the timeline after the first rebound of the ball game. Eagles go with the trap pressure defense. The ball comes across to the right corner. Jab step for Quintana. Kicks it down to the right corner to Flores. Back to Quintana on the right wing. Sends it back deep to his guard. Dribbling around is Apodaca near the timeline. Over to the right wing to Molina. Gives it back to Apodaca. Stops and shoots a 3, a high arching one off the side of the rim as Mora comes down with it for the Eagles, his first rebound. Outlet middle of the court to Mackey. Sends it ahead to Gore, kicks it back down to the left corner. 3 on the way for the Eagles for Ramos off the side of the rim. Put back up and scored as Mackey, or make that Trey Morgan with his first bucket and rebound of the ball game. It's 2-0 early as the Hobbs Eagles taking advantage of some early pushes up the court and a bad pass on the inbounds to the far sideline in front of the Gadsden bench for the first Panther turnover. Jesus Ramos to inbound in the front court on the right side. Puts it back up top. NBA 3 fadeaway off the side of the rim there for Jalen Gore. Hits the bottom of the backboard and rolls out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Gadsden Panthers. Gadsden with an 0-1 record on the season. They were blown out by Carlsbad 52-28 just about a week ago. A lot of turnovers in the trap pressure that Carlsbad was applying. In fact, they had about 5 dunks off after getting those steals and transitions on the dunks after that. Eagles going to put the trap pressure on again. Breaking across with the dribble is Mercado. Finds a teammate in the left corner. Fadeaway 3 for Laura. He's the all-district player from last year. A crash on the boards on the baseline. Going down to the floor that time for the Eagles. Michael Mackey underneath the hoop as he went down to the floor with Damian Barreras. They're going to give it to the Panthers right side of the rim. Still 2-0. Hobbs up early here in Gadsden. The inbound to the left corner. Holding it for a second is Laura. Has some tough pressure by Morgan. Sends it back to the timeline to reset the offense to Apodaca. Kicks it back to the left wing to Laura. And getting a piece of the basketball and punching it out to the sideline is Michael Mackey in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench, in front of the scores table left. 2-0 lead after a bucket from Trey Morgan. Inbound to the timeline. Crossover move for Apodaca. One-hand bounce pass to the right wing to Barreras. Drives the lane, tries to throw it back door off the hands of his teammate. Got his hands up as high as he could get, but it flicks off the ends of the fingertips, and it'll go out of bounds off of Flores. That's his second turnover. The inbound for the Eagles, quickly getting it up court to Morgan. Tries to go back door to Mora, picked off middle of the paint for the first Eagle turnover, but then stolen back again for Hobbs, and taken away was Gore. So turnovers galore for Gadsden, their third, and the Eagles trying to pass down to the left corner, gets knocked out of bounds. Hobbs will retain possession as Coach Shelby Reeves wants a timeout to talk about the passing game of the Eagles. Still 2-0 here in the first quarter, 6:21 remaining here in the first. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Clear. Seven, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back live in Anthony as the Hobbs Eagles lead 2-0 early here in the first quarter. Live Hobbs Eagle basketball on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Eagles have in the front court after a timeout. Ramos sends it down deep, and Mora goes up with a sidewinder hook over the front of the rim. Count the basket and the foul. So that'll be 2 points for Mora and a chance to make it a 3-point play. 4-zip the score as they wait for the free throw from Mora. Shots up and a swish as he leads the team with 3 points. Clock with 6:15 remaining, and part of the scoreboard burnout here at this Gadsden Middle School gym, so bear with us on the home team. That's the one that has a bunch of bulbs out. Eagles with some pressure. Mackey gets a steal on the inbound, spins and throws up over the rim for 2 off the steal. So Mackey gets himself in the scorebook. That'll be the 4th turnover for the Panthers. Long ball to the other end, taken away by Morgan. Here come the Eagles, and they find in the left corner for 3 as a nice fadeaway on the tray. Follow through with the wrist the whole bit for Jalen Gore as the Eagles take their biggest lead of the game, 10-0. Gadsden yet to score. At the other end, a long ball and trying to lay it up over the left rim, but missing and fouled going up. Looks like going to get a push on that one by Morgan. His first foul. And that will send to the line for the Panthers, Mercado. He'll get his first opportunity. Score now is 10-0 in favor of the Eagles. First free throw's up and good. First points in the ballgame for Laura. He's the all-district 3-5A player from last year that was on the team for the district, although they were 7th in the district. Makes both free throws. Score now 10-2. Here come the Eagles in the front court. Pass down to Ramos, right corner. Fadeaway 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Ball on the crash for Morgan. Tips it back over the rim with 2 hands and scores. So Contre Morgan getting on with his second bucket and second rebound. He's got 4 points. Eagles now up 12-2. One bounce pass in the front court, stolen away by the Eagles, and a bad one for Ramos to return down to the other end. It sails past his teammate looking for the break, Jalen Gore. So pick up a turnover for both teams. Now at 5-2 in terms of turnovers. Eagles getting the better advantage with 3 less than their opponents, Gadsden. 12-2 the score. That long pass into the front court, driving hard, continuing down the lane. A scoop pass underneath is taken away for the Eagles. His box is checked in. He'll take it to the other end after the 6th Gadsden turnover. Moore's going to get the handoff on the right wing. He's going to spot up a 3, hits the bottom of the iron, and pulled down for Gadsden. And looking for some help, trying to transition pass to the far right sideline, and it's going to be taken back by the Eagles. Van Landingham goes back door after the steal to Box for the layup. So Box puts it down for 2, coming off the bench for his first bucket of the ball game. And again, the trap pressure starting to work hard for the Eagles, up 14-2. Pass down the lane and coming up with a scoop shot on the right side of the lane and the layup for the Gadsden Panthers, Damian Barreras. 14-4 your score now, 4:30 left first quarter. Into the front court, slowing it down is Gore. Pass to Box, hits it back, alley-oop, backdoor to Moore on the right side. He goes high off the glass and puts it through. Nice push into the rim that time for the big man, Mora. He's got 5. 16-4 the score. 4:13 and ticking here. Trap pressure again, 2-2-1. Panthers get it across. Van Landingham gets a snag down in the deep right corner. They'll send it ahead to Box, who has to save it. That was the 7th Gadsden turnover, but it goes back to the Panthers on the long ball. Taken down for the guard. He goes the distance with it, leaning high over the rims, throws up a shot, and his foul going up. That's Ivan Apodaca as they get the foul on the Eagles. So they're going to count the basket. Apodaca's first bucket of the ball game makes it 16-6, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play. They'll take a timeout on the court. 3:57 remaining here in the first. Your score 16-6, Eagles over Gadsden. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You got me back. Got me back. Hello, hello.
Okay, we're going to go through one ad, and then we'll let you guys know.
How long was I up for?
Like a minute and a half.
Shoot. The system is so ridiculous.
17. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back live at Anthony after a missed free throw. The rebound for the Eagles by Mora. He brings it down the court, gives it off to Box in the paint, and there's a foul. Mora now with 2 rebounds. Missed free throw by Laura. 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Hobbs up 16-6 here. As they throw the inbound to the middle of the paint, taken away by the Panthers. And now falling to the floor, trying to dribble away from the Hobbs Eagle pressure. Steal for the Eagles as Gore lays it in for 2. He's got 5 points. Now 18-6 in favor of the Eagles. So turnovers starting to mount now for Gadsden. They've got 8 here in the first quarter with 3:35 remaining. Another steal on a pad pass in the backcourt. Box gets it for a second, knocked out of his hand. So turnover number 9. I think they're going to give it back to the Eagles underneath their hoop. So a 12-point Hobbs Eagle lead. Already they have 5 guys in the scorebook. And inbounding for Hobbs underneath on the right side will be Van Landingham. Eagles get a sub in the game. Samaje Williams inbound into Morgan. Sidewinder hook, no good off the front of the rim. And pulled down for the Panthers on the board was Laura for his first board. He gives it off to Apodaca, near sideline, right. Getting through 2 defenders, drives the right side of the lane, bounce pass back door to the right, push shot off the rim, and it gets to roll over for 2. So 2 in the books for Quintana. It's 18-8. At the other end, a long ball, and laying it in off the nice finger roll on the left side of the iron was Ronnie Ross for his first bucket. Eagles now up 20-8. Pass to the timeline to bring it across is Barreras. Kicks it out to the right corner. 3 on the way, an air ball for Molina, and a rebound for Morgan. He's going to send it ahead. A long pass gets a ricochet off a couple of people. That was his 3rd rebound. Dish off to Van Landingham on the left wing. To the corner, Morgan. Back up to the left side to the guard, Mackey. Back to the left corner, fadeaway 3 for Ross. It's off the back of the rim, loose in the paint. Picked up by Samaje. He goes back door with the pass to Mackey, who lays it on the left side. His 4th point of the ball game. Score now is 22-8. And thanks to that rebound by Samaje Williams. 14-point Eagle lead. Long ball to the other end. Going to the rack with one hand. Missing off the side of the rim is Barreras. Rebound and put back up by Barreras. Can't get it to drop. And here comes the Eagles with the basketball. That's Ronnie Ross. Tries to send it ahead. And he throws it too hard out of bounds for the 4th turnover. Still 22-8 though. 2:08 remaining here in the first quarter. As Van Landingham will get a breather. Ross will take a seat. Morgan will stay on the court with Mora. Also Jalen Gore out there as well, and Mackey. Pressure defense going on for the Eagles matchup. Still with that 14-point lead. Having some trouble with it. Crossover move now coming across the timeline is Apodaca. Bounce pass to the free throw line to Laura. He got it stripped for a second. Good hands by Mackey at the free throw line. Dribbles to the left corner and loads to Apodaca. Fires up an 18-footer and swishes it. Now they're going to say it was a 3. I guess he was behind the line that time. Apodaca makes it 11 for the Panthers. They are doubling up by the Eagles at this point, though. Mackey will bring it across. 22-11. Finds Gore in the right wing. Thought about an NBA 3. Backs out against a 2-3 zone. Over to Moore in the right corner. He'll hold it for a second. Returns back to Gore. Underhands it to the timeline to Mackey. He'll take a few dribbles and just hold on to it as he runs clock with 1:20. To Gore in the right corner. 3 on the way. And swishes it home. Jalen Gore, his 2nd tray of the ball game. He has 8 points. 25-11. Eagles by 14. Biggest lead of the ball game. Coming into the front court with the dribble is Apodaca. Tries to bounce into the left block, and it gets past his postman down there, Juan Blanco, on that left block. It rolls out of bounds for turnover number 10. So already double digits in turnovers at this point as the Eagles leading by 14. Here comes Jalen Gore. Sends it across the right wing to Mackey, to Mora right base. Down the lane to Morgan. He goes up high with a Statue of Liberty. Push shot over the rim and puts it through. Morgan with 6 points. Eagles up 27-11. Fadeaway jumper at the other end on the right side. Nothing but net for Apodaca as he nails it through the hoop. He's got 11. 27-14 now as Eagles continue to lead by double digits. To Moore in the left block. Fadeaway jumper, and he throws it through for 2. Mora now has 7 points. Starting to get a score fest here. 29-14 Eagles, up by 15. Mackey puts a body into his guard, Apodaca, near the scores table on the left side of the court, and they're going to call the body foul on him. And now a substitution coming on is taking a seat as Williams on the court for the Eagles. Jesus Ramos after the foul. 3-2 foul count. Eagles with 3, 2-4 Gadsden. Inbound to the left corner. Fadeaway jumper on the way for Laura off the back of the rim. Mora rips it down for his third board. Sends it ahead to a breaking Mackey with double hands off the left glass and puts it through for 2. Mackey with 6 points. 31-14. Eagles' biggest lead is 17 in this game here on the road. Long road trip on a Tuesday night. These two teams did not play last year because of COVID. 3 shot on the way, top of the arc, an air ball for Apodaca. No chance for a rebound for either team that time. So Eagles on a pace of over 100 points in this game. Would be about a 124 if they could get 31 per quarter. A three-quarter court shot by Jalen Gore at the buzzer hits the rafters about halfway down the court, and that will not go. So at the end of one, Eagles, their best production in a quarter this season, 31-14 over Gadsden. We'll come back in 60 seconds on Cool 95.7, YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Clear. $30. $15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Anthony, New Mexico. Ty Friend here with you live as the Hobbs Eagles. Big lead in the end of the first quarter, 31-14. Hobbs had 8 points from Gore, 7 for Morris, 6 apiece for Mackey and Morgan. And for Gadsden, their top scorer, Ivan Apodaca, with 8 due to 2 trays. And 3 other guys with 2 apiece. 10 turnovers for the Panthers in that first quarter. Panther basketball as Apodaca brings it across, throws it up top to Laura. Dribbles the left side, fade away 3, and swishes it. Boy, Laura hits a big one. That's a third tray for these Panthers. It's now 31-17. Eagles into the front court. Mackey on the right wing. Down to Ramos right corner. No look pass to Morgan right block. Leans. Gets triple teamed. Back to Mackey on the right 3. Perimeter and nothing but net on the tray. And Mackey takes a little swivel with his hand and throws the 3 to the crowd. 9 points now for Mackey. 34-17. Eagles with their biggest lead is 17, matching it here in the second quarter. Driving to the right side of the base and trying to come underneath. Throws up a shot. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Barreras picked up for the Eagles and going to the hoop with it. Aaron Mora, a tomahawk jam on the right side of the rim. 4 rebounds and 9 points for the big kid. 36-17. 19-point lead. Long ball to the other end. Laying it up high on the right glass and scoring for the Gadsden Panthers is Flores for his first points. 36-19. Long ball down to Mora. Misses off the back of the rim. Rebound for the Panthers. Driving the lane with the scoop shot on the left side is Apodaca. He's got 10 points and a rebound now. 36-21. We're starting a track meet. Pass down deep to Mora in the left corner. Fadeaway 3. Trying to get it back as Ramos goes over the back and punches it out to the baseline. Couldn't get a grip on it. No foul call, but it will go back to Gadsden. Actually going to say the Panthers touched it last on that right baseline. I don't think they really want Morris shooting too many more of those trays with nobody in the paint for rebounding, but he thought he had a little bit of room to get that. Jalen Gore get the inbound left corner, dribbles around the perimeter, throws up a 3, no good. One-hand tip-up over the right rim for Mora. Nobody blocking him out that time. He's got 11 points and 5 rebounds. Eagles up 38-21, matching their biggest lead at 17. One-hand bounce pass on the near sideline. Dribbling up the court, Molina gets a double team from Ramos and Gore. Unloads it down the lane. A little windmill layup on the left side and putting up high on the glass for 2 is Damian Barreras, and he's fouled. That's his 4th point. That'll be the 14th foul against the Eagles and a chance for a 3-point play. So Barreras got 4 points so far. Panthers are 2 for 3 from the charity stripe, 66.6%. Hobbs they have 1 free throw. They're 1 for 1. Missing off the back of the rim. No good for Barreras. Mora will rip it down for his 6th rebound. Outlet to the left side to Ramos. and then sends it over to Gore in the deep left corner, and he puts home a tray. So Gore continues to hit 3 trays in the game. He's got 11 points, 41-23. A steal for Moore on the far left sideline. Sends it ahead to Ross, right side, back door to Gore, who lays off with the left hand for 2. Jalen Gore now with 13 points. The 11th turnover for Gadsden, 43-23. 20-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Eagles. And coming across the timeline to the near side, they call the foul and a hold from behind. Looks like Ross will get that one. Is driving hard from left to right was Nathan Molina. Eagles with their 5th team foul. And that will be, I think they're going to say that's against Van Landingham. That's his 2nd. 5:28 remaining here in the second quarter. Hobbs up 43-23. Pass to the right wing, fumbling it for a second, picking it back up as Tania. Throws it back deep to the timeline, almost gave it a backcourt look that way. Bounce pass to the free throw line with the spin move for Quintana. Stripped away for Ramos, turnover number 12. Gets a pass over to Gore, gets back to Ramos, misses the righty layup. Ball tipped up in the air off the rim, and we got a big battle for the boards, a jump ball. Ramos clapping in his opponent's face. He's going to get a technical foul. The original rebound pulled down by Flores, and they got a jump on it. Ramos started clapping in his face, and that'll get him a tee. I think Coach Reeves not too happy about that. That'll get Tyler Box on the court here for a sub momentarily. So first foul, technical. It does count as a personal foul as well against Ramos, and that'll be foul number 6 for the Eagles as a team. No reason for Ramos to go into that theatric there, and he's going to pay the price, have to take a seat on the bench. We're live at the Gadsden Middle School here in Anthony, a last-second venue change. These two teams did not play last year because of COVID, but the year before, Hobbs lost in overtime here at the high school gym, 82-80. If you remember that game, big finish. Terrence Smith hit that half-court 3 to put it into overtime, 70-70. And he finished with 31 points in that ball game. Big game for him. Back in those days of year before last, a couple guys that you remember, of course, from that time. Jalen Gore had 18 in that contest. Trey Morgan had 5. Those were just sophomores at that point. And again, Terrence Smith with the 31. Second game, that was December 17th, 2019. Eagles winning big at Tasker, 77-56. Gore with 11, Morgan 4, and Mora had a double-double, 13 points and 11 rebounds. So I'm wondering why I guess they're saying that was the 1-and-1 they gave to the first shooter, and he missed his first. So that's Flores 0 for 1. Now they go with the technical throws, and they have 2 free throws on this one. We got some confusion with the referees here. Coach Reeves is out on the floor. I'm not sure if that first foul was a bonus. They got 7 now, but I don't think that kid should have shot the bonus yet. So the first free throw on the Tech was put up and good. Still some confusion now. I'm not sure if they're going to let that free throw go or not. Right now, they got one of the principals into the crowd talking to a bunch of the students. I'm not sure if they were yelling something down on the bench or what, but they're going to remove about 8 or 9 kids out of the crowd that were sitting right behind the Hobbs Eagle bench. So I'm not sure if it was commentary or what they were doing, but yeah, they got the principals over there to take care of that. So I think they did give the free throw to Tania, the first of the 2 Techs. So it's 43-24. He's going to get one more. 7-2 foul count at this point. 7 for the Eagles, 1 of those at Tech, and 2 for the Panthers. Right now the top scorer, Ivan Apodaca for the Panthers. He's got 10. 5 for Laura and 4 for Barreras. For your Eagles, 13 for Gore thanks to 3 trays. 9 for Mackey. He had a tray as well in the second quarter here. 11 for Mora. And 6 for Morgan, all in the first quarter. Boy, they're still taking a lot of time to get these kids off the court. We were mentioning that game, second game in 2019, Eagles winning 77-56. A lot more balanced scoring in that contest. They had about 10 guys put points on the board. That's why the numbers weren't as big as they had in the first game. But Gore with 11, he was a double-digit scorer as a sophomore. 4 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with that. Trey Morgan had 6 rebounds in that game. Second free throw for the Tech is up and no good for Taney. Went 1 for 2 from the line. Panthers are now 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. 43-24 your score. Hobbs up by 19 with 5:04 remaining here in the second. Eagles, by the way, won the JV game 85-44 as Mercy rolled through much of that one. 41-point victory. The inbound of the backcourt for the Panthers after the Tex. Ivan Apodaca. He's going to a one-on-one, taking on Gore to the left wing, hands it off. Top of the arc, fumbling the ball for a second. Molina, he's going to fire up a three. That would have, I don't even think that would have even hit the rim, and they're going to count that. They're going to say goaltending. Mora went up, trying to bring the ball down, thought it was going to drop short. Coach Reeves says, how in the heck can you call that? He's at about 10 feet on the floor. They called the foul, too, so that's a chance for a 4-point play. That'll be the 8th team foul on the Eagles. That ball was still going up, and I think that's what Coach Reeves is talking about here. They're going to count the tray on the goaltend against Mora. And on the line, that will put Nathan Molina, so they're going to count the 3 for him. So that'll go to 27 for the Panthers. Coach Reed's got a couple of the referees he's giving a clinic to right now, talking about the rise of the basketball, that he thought it was still going up. And really, Mora didn't have to jump too high, of course, with his very tall frame out there underneath the hoop. That probably was the reason, is because he was close to the rim. And the official might not have had the best vantage point to make sure that was actually coming down and not just going to the apex there. So a 3-point, make it a 4-point play opportunity now. Free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Ball gets knocked out of bounds here in the right corner as Box was challenging Anthony Laura that time. They're going to say it was off Box. So it will be Gadsden basketball, deep right corner in the front court. Continuing the inbound will be Ronnie Ross. Bounces, comes into Box. He lost it off his chest, though, as he tried to get a steal. His opponent fell to the floor, rammed his elbow to the hardwood, Anthony Laura, but the ball was thrown so hard it bounced off Box's chest. Right baseline inbound coming in from Apodaca. They send it back up to the right wing. Comes back to the right corner, fadeaway 3 for Apodaca off the back of the rim. Save on the baseline by Barreras. Tries to get it back to his teammate coming down the left lane, Laura, who boots it out of bounds off the knee for the turnover. 13 turnovers for the Panthers here in the first half. Just 4 for the Eagles. 43-27. Eagles by 16 here in the second quarter. Coming across the timeline, Michael Mackey just checked in here. Be a 1-3-1 zone. Unloads to the left wing to Gore. Backdoor has Van Landingham. Touch pass down the paint to Morgan. Little quick jump shot over the front of the rim, about 1 foot away from the bucket, and puts it through. Nice follow through. He's got 8 points. 45-27 Eagles by 18. Their biggest lead was 20. Coming down the lane, throwing a high-arching shot, lost the ball as he went up. Mackey tried to get underneath for a charge, and that made the shooter readjust and throw up an air ball out of bounds. And that coming off the hands of Molina. They're going to say last touch by Van Landingham. Coming off the right baseline, the inbound back deep for Apodaca, top of the circle. To Laura. Gives it handoff to Apodaca on the right wing. Clock to 4:05 left in the half. 45-27. Gives it right back on the handoff again, going from right to left to Barreras. Top of the circle, strip, take it away. Going to the hoop is Mackey with the righty layup and puts it off the glass. He's got 11 points. That's turnover number 14 for the Panthers. 47-27, a 20-point lead. They try to alley-oop down the lane, and Mora gets the strip for turnover number 15. He'll try to go to the rack with the dunk. His strip from behind. Mackey saves on the right baseline. Out to the right wing for a 3 for Gore. Hits out the rim and out of bounds. So team's trying to get on a little run here, but Hobbs with a 20-point cushion now. Mackey picked up his first rebound. 47-27, your score here in the second quarter. Of course, Eagles at the Artesia tournament coming up at the end of the week. They'll start off with Alamogordo on Thursday at 10 o'clock. And a game on Friday and Saturday as well. A couple of passes hard and coming across the timeline and sailing out of bounds. They try to get it down deep over Isaiah Saney, who only stands 5'5" and just a freshman. Make it turnover number 16 as it rolls out of bounds. Eagle ball up by 20 into the front court. It's Gore getting a double team. He gets stripped to the timeline, but chases it in the backcourt to pick it back up. Tough pressure by Apodaca. He'll bring it across himself. Does Gore. Uses up the dribble, finds Mackey on the right wing, down to the right corner to Morgan. Threads the needle down to Mackey on the right block and gets shoved, trying to go through 2 defenders in the foul. And they get the foul call against Flores. That's the 3rd against the Panthers. Eagles already have 8 team fouls on the scoreboard. And a check-in coming in on the sub for Gadsden. That will be Dominguez. The inbound underneath, and there's Mr. Mora with a sidewinder hook on the right side of the paint. He puts it through for 2. He's got 13 points, 49-27 Eagles by 22, their biggest of the ball game. Into the front court, driving down the left baseline, lost the ball, and a takeaway for Van Landingham. Sends it ahead for an alley-oop pass down to the left side. Is picked up by Gore. Alley-oop backdoor to Mora for the dunk. He's got 15-8 in this quarter. That's turnover number 17 for the Panthers. Hobbs up 51-27 by 24. 2:38 left, second quarter. At the other end, right side, three-point shot on the way, and a swish for Apodaca. He's got 13 points. Eagles in transition. Coming down the lane is Mackey through 2 defenders, trying to scoop between them, and they get the foul. Double Chapo that time against Gadsden for their 14th foul. Finally, the Eagles get another opportunity for some free throws. They are 1 for 1 so far. A 3-point play for Aaron Mora back in the first quarter. He leads the team with 15 points, 13 for Jalen Gore. Here's the free throw for Mackey, rolling around the rim and comes flushing out. No good on the first one. Mackey will get one more opportunity. Eagles 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Mackey came into the game at 43%, so definitely wants to improve on those numbers. Shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. Underneath, coming up, Morgan with the hook shot on the left block, can't get it to drop. Gets another rebound, tries to tip it back door. We got a foul. They're going to say actually he was trying to shoot, but it looked like he was trying to pass back door. Samaje Williams is in the area that time, but he'll take what he can get on that one. So 2 rebounds there for Morgan. He's got 5. One behind Mora with 6 at this point off the rebounds. And a chance for free throws here for Morgan. That's the 15th foul on the Panthers. Shot is up and a swish for Morgan. He's got 9 points. So already the Eagles with 3 in double figures, and Morgan 1 point away from him being number 4. 52-30 your score, as Morgan will get one more free throw. Shots bouncing around and good. Morgan gets both of them. 53-30. 10 points for Morgan, so 4 in double figures. And on the inbound, a touch by the defense of Samaje Williams and knock it out on the baseline. It'll go back to the Panthers in the backcourt. Sub coming in for Gadsden. That'll be Nathan Molina. Hobbs with that full court pressure defense. A little bit of a trap look now, a 2-1-2 full court. Stop and go dribble in the backcourt. Coming across the timeline, hard with the dribble down the lane now with a little arching layup. They're going to call the travel. They said he shuffled his feet as he came down the paint. That was Damian Barreras. And now turnover number 18 for the Panthers. Boy, Coach Rieger jumping off the bench there for the Panthers and asking, where was the travel on that one? Referee not liking that questioning there. Sub coming in for the Eagles. Gilberto Miranda has the ball on the right wing. Back deep to Gore. Left side over to Williams. Couple of subs in the game now. Finds Gore top of the circle. Dumps it in the lane to Morgan. Kick it out right corner. 3 on the way for Miranda. Gets rejected. They're going to say he shuffled his feet first for the travel. Just the 5th turnover for the Eagles. Again, compared to 18 for the Panthers. 53-30. Hobbs by 23 here in the second quarter. Eagles coming in at 1-1 on the season. Panthers at 0-1, losing to Carlsbad by double digits, 20+ just a week ago. Into the front court, taking his time with a dribble left to right is Apodaca. Tough pressure being applied by Samaje Williams. Unloads to the left wing. Stop and go in the paint. Kicks it back up top, does Barreras. To the free throw line, shot taken after the pass. Dominguez no good. In the left corner with the 3 on the way. It's off the mark for Apodaca, and the rebound in transition for Jalen Gore. Sends it down left corner to Ramos for 3 off the back of the rim. Correction, that was Miranda. Saved in the right corner by Williams, his second board. Tries to get it back to the free throw line, but it's picked away from the Panthers. In transition off the dribble after the steal. And they call the bump foul near half court. Nathan Molina with the basketball. Turnover number 6 for the Eagles. And that's also foul number 9 as a team, and that will put on the line Nathan Molina. Call a foul against Williams, or make that Miranda his first. And on the line shooting the 2 is Molina. They might have called that. They called that on the floor, though. It's a 1-on-1. Off the back of the rim for Molina, no good. High rebound for Moore underneath the hoop. That's his 7th of the game. Outlet to the timeline, slowing it up is Williams. Dribbles from right to left, hands it off. In close bouncer to Gore. Fires up an NBA three off the back of the rim. Ball's tipped around by Morgan in the right corner to pull it down. Saved it to himself that time. Sends it back right wing. Miranda throws up a three from the right side. It's no good. Another rebound for Moore on the hook shot off the left glass and scores. Morris put through 10 points here in the second quarter, 17 overall. Morgan now with 6 rebounds, and it's 55-30. Hobbs up by 25. Going to the rack at the other end, a lefty layup and putting it through as it rolls around the rim is Barreras. He's got 6. 55-32, down to 25 seconds left in the half. As Williams comes up on the left side of the perimeter, tries to send it down to Gore in the right corner, off the hands of the defender, Nathan Molina. Hobbs will have it on the left sideline as they lead by 23 here late in the second. Morgan will inbound, gets it into Gore left wing. Stepping out on defense. Hand up on the chest and backdoor to Moore with a shot put no good. Tipped out by Morgan, can't get it to drop, goes up again. Moore tries to tip it as well, and they just can't get the thing to fall on the rim. Finally a whistle underneath. It might be a push foul on Gadsden, or maybe they're going to go the other way with it. Yep, they're going to call that on the Eagles with a push-off. Moore now with 9 rebounds, 7 for Morgan. Both those two getting very close to double-doubles in this ball game. We did mention that second game of 2019 at Tasker. Moore got a double-double. Didn't get any points or didn't play against it the first time they met, but was 13 points, 11 rebounds at Tasker Arena in a 77-56 win back on December 17th, 2019. So they did call the foul on the Eagles on the boards. That's their 10th. So a double bonus now for Gadsden. And that'll put on the line Laura. He's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe and has 5 points. First free throw up and good. 55-33, 22-point lead. Listening live to Hobbs Eagle Basketball on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Second shot for Laura is good as well. 55-34, Eagles going quickly. 7 for Laura now. Driving to the other end of the court, and a shot is blocked coming down the lane for Gore. And the ball gets ricocheted out to the near sideline and off the hands of one player from Gadsden, Apodaca, but also touched a couple of times for the Eagles by Ronnie Ross and Gore. Long inbound down the near side, driving to the paint, going high off the glass. Little push shot and puts it through. Right before the buzzer, that was Laura, and the Eagles throw a full court shot, which is well short of the rim to end the half. But a big double-digit lead for the Eagles here in 2 quarters of action, 55-36, leading by 19. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back at halftime live from Anthony, New Mexico on your Hobbs Eagle Network.
Clear. Two minutes. 1 minute. $30. 15. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Anthony, New Mexico. Hobbs Eagle basketball live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Ty Friend with you. Coach Coltrane will be back with us later in the week as the Eagles have a big lead at the half, 55-36. Biggest lead of that first half was 24. Now it's down to 19. Let's take a look at some of the point production in this first half of action. Right now, just one in double figures for Gadsden. They have one getting close, though. Ivan Apodaca has hit 3 trays in the first half. He's got 13 points. Right behind him, Anthony Laura. He's the senior and the all-district player from last year. He's got 9 with quite a few free throw opportunities so far. He is 4 for 5 at the stripe for 80% at this point, so definitely a guy they're going to have to watch in the second half. Damian Barreras with 6 points, 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. Nathan Molina hit a tray. He's got 3 points. A bucket for Angel Quintana and a 1 for 2 free throw shooting for Rogelio Tena for 1 point. So right now, there's a total of 7 players in the scorebook in the first half for Gadsden. Now, they're not getting a lot of free rebounding opportunities. In fact, they've only got one guy that's been able to pull down more than 1 rebound, and that is Anthony Lara. He's got 2, but the rest of the guys on the court are just about 1 apiece, and that's about it, as they have a total of 7 rebounds in the first half. And that's pretty much what their offensive production is so far. Turnovers, major problem for Gadsden. They've got a total of 18 in the first half. And for your Hobbs Eagles, already 4 players in double figures, led by Aaron Mora with 17 points. He had 10 in the second quarter, was 1 for 1 on the free throw line in the first quarter, and finished up with 9 rebounds. So he is 1 board away from a double-double tonight. Also with 13 points, Jalen Gore, thanks to 3 trays in the first half. Michael Mackey is with 11 at this point. He's got a tray to his name as well, 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. And Trey Morgan with 10 points. He's 2 for 2 on the line and has 7 rebounds. And two guys in lone single digits, Ronnie Ross with the bucket and Tyler Box as well. So the Eagles with 6 scores so far, 4 of those in double digits. Eagles just 3 of 5 from the line, 60% from the charity stripe. They've got 21 rebounds compared to 7 for Gadsden in the first half. Mora leads them with 9 and 7 for Trey Morgan. Samaje Williams coming off the bench for 2. Only 6 turnovers in the first half, again, compared to 18 for the Gadsden Panthers. Again, the biggest lead of the half was 24, and pretty much held that 20-plus lead for much of that first half. Foul differential was pretty substantial, 10 fouls for the Eagles and 5 for the Gadsden Panthers. Again, your score at the half, Eagles 55, Gadsden 36. We'll take another 3.5-minute break, get you ready for the second half action live on your Hobbs Eagle Network.
Clear.
Okay, thank you.
1 minute. 2 minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds.
Add me another 30, please.
All right, no problem. $30. $15. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hobbs Eagles first team back onto the court with a big lead, 55-36, up by 19. Hobbs at 1-1 on the season. Of course, they had a big win over El Paso to get this thing started. Last Tuesday, Eagles losing on the road to Permian. On Saturday, a close one, 52-50, a game that saw leads through a bunch of that game, but unfortunately towards the end could not hold on to the victory. Jalen Gore and Michael Mackey, both the top scorers in that contest with 13 points. Of course, Gore got a couple of three-pointers in that game, but Permian managing to get 6. In fact, 3 different players hitting 2 trays apiece. Of course, these teams out of Texas definitely have an advantage with about 5 or 6 games under their belt before they play the Eagles, but always some good athletic matchups with Permian. But, of course, the team they're playing tonight from New Mexico, and this team has 1 game less than the Eagles, and showing it with the score 55-36. Hobbs will get the basketball starting, going from left to right. As they get it into Jalen Gore on the left wing. They take a few dribbles up top, spins, and goes back to the far left sideline. Kick it up top to Mackey, lost the ball behind him, able to track it down for the Eagles. Kicks over to left wing to Mora. He'll hold it for a second, drives to the corner, pivots. Up top to Morgan, kicks it back to the right side. Spin move for Jalen Gore. One hands over to the left side to Ramos. Comes down the lane with a cradle and a scoop and a score on the nice roll on the glass. Count it for Mr. Ramos. So his first bucket of the ball game. Eagles now up 57-36, a 21-point lead. Trap pressure defense. Ball comes across the top line from Apodaca. Sends it down to the left corner. A 3 on the way for Laura off the side of the rim. No good. Ripped down by Mora. He's got a double-double now. 17 points, 10 rebounds. Throws it up ahead to a wide-open Mackey. A double-hand push over the rim and scores. Mackey with 13. Spinning in the backcourt is Barreras. Throws it to Apodaca at the timeline. No look past the right block. Fadeaway J is no good for Blanco. Taken up by Mora for rebound number 11. He gets the pass over to Gore and gets it back. Lost the ball in the air and taken down by the Panthers. Apodaca in the front court. Still a 21-point Eagle lead here in the third quarter. Bounce pass to the left elbow to Mercado. He pivots to the free throw line. Fade away. That actually was Laura and able to drill it home for an 18-footer. Laura puts it through. So 2 points for Laura in this third quarter. He's got 11 overall. 59 to 32, or 59 to 38. 3-point shot, no good, off the side of the rim for Mackey. Rebound underneath for Gadsden for Laura. His third rebound. Lost the ball in the backcourt, stolen away, and Gore will take it to the hole. He lays it high up the glass for 2. Gore now with 15 points. Now 61 to 38. That was the 19th turnover for Gadsden. Double team in the front court. Trying to get around the pressure, stop and go dribble. They're going to call a timeout across the timeline as Barreras almost had himself a 5-second violation. Time out on the court for the Panthers. We'll come back in 30 seconds as your Eagles lead 61 to 38. Anybody there?
Yeah, we're here.
Are you back on yet?
3, 2, 1.
Back live here in Anthony, New Mexico. The Gadsden Panthers getting beat badly by your Eagles, 61 to 38. Steal on the inbound. Rainbow's going to come down the lane, 1-2 and up, and he gets pushed as he's coming down the paint. They're going to get that push foul on Molina. That's his first team foul against the Panthers. And a chance for Ramos to get some free throws on the drive. I think they're going to give him free throws on this one. Yes, they are. On the season from the charity stripe, Ramos shooting first shot is up and falls off the front of the rim. No good. He'll get one more. Ramos shooting 100% before that, 4 for 4 on the season. After 2 games, second shot for Ramos is a switch, gets 1 of 2. 3 points for Jesus Ramos, and now 62 to 38 Eagles, up by 24. Couple of passes to come across the timeline. So comes across from Molina, throws it down the left baseline, getting knocked to the floor is Apodaca. So Eagles will have a foul on that one. To call that against Mackey, that'll be his second. First team foul for the Eagles here in the second half. Inbounding on the right baseline is Apodaca. Sends it to the left corner. 3 on the way from Molina. High rainbow jumper and puts it through. He's got 6 points. So another tray for the Panthers and a quick pass down to the other end of the left block to Ramos. Tried to thread it down low. Mora's able to get it back, and he put his head down, a battering ram, and tried to go up with it. They called the foul. The ball was thrown behind him in the paint, and he was able to come back and get it. And he'll get a chance for a couple of free throws. Second foul against the Panthers as Mora will step up. He's got 17 points. He's 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. First free throw's up. Hard off the front of the rim, no good. In fact, that was Mora's first free throw of the season. Hard to believe that, but that was the case. He'll get one more. 62-41, Eagles up by 21. Second shot is up on a lean, and Mora gets it to drop. He's got 18. 63-41. And now we've got a violation on the baseline. A man getting a foot on the stripe that time, so another turnover for this Gadsden Panther team. They can ill afford those. They've got 20 in the ball game. The inbound underneath to Mora, goes up strong with 2 hands and pushes it through. He's got 20 points now to lead the Eagles. And a 65-41 ball game. Beating the pressure, going to the rack with it all the way on the right side and laying it in over the right rim. Count it. As putting it through is Barreras. He's got 8 points. And it looks like Gadsden wanted to get a timeout, or no, did they? I think they called a violation on the Eagles on the inbound. Yep, they're going to say a step on the line. That's turnover number 7 for Hobbs. Pass comes into the right wing to Laura. Kicks it down right corner. Apodaca for 3, an air ball. Put up underneath by Barreras on the left-hand side. And he tried to put it through. I think he got a push off. Van Landingham was in position that time, and he ran right over him. They call the foul on Barreras. That's his first, third team foul. (65-43). They go down to Mora with a one-handed dunk. He looks over here at the radio table. He knew the video camera was aiming at him, and Mora slams it home for his second dunk of the ball game. He made the ESPN reel on that one. 22 for Mora. Fadeaway jumper right baseline at the other end. Apodaca no good. Van Landingham pulls it down for the Eagles on the boards. Sends it ahead down the lane, and leaning and shooting is Ross over the front of the rim. No good. Pulled down for the Panthers on the left side by Laura, his fourth. Bad pass to the timeline as it's stolen away by Ronnie Ross. That's turnover number 21 for the Panthers. Down to Van Landingham, right block. Back out to the right wing to Gore. Three on the way, off the side of the rim, no good. And a pull down underneath by Flores for the Panthers, his second rebound. Hands it off to Barreras, tries to dribble through traffic in the paint. They call the reach foul. They're going to get that on Van Landingham. That's his fourth, second team foul. Of course, Van Landingham, a football player, but he plays physical defense as well in basketball. He'll have to take a seat as he's in serious foul trouble here in the third quarter. 67-43, Eagles up big with 4:15 left in the third. Coming across the timeline is Apodaca. Stop and go as he guarded by Williams, who checked in just momentarily for Van Landingham. Bad pass to Box, right to him, but he couldn't get a hand on it. Ball's recovered on the near left sideline by Barreras, and then he dribbles off the foot of Box out of bounds. And Box put some very tenacious defense on this left sideline. The inbound of the backcourt is Apodaca, gets it all the way to the baseline, and guarding him hard is Williams. Some good footwork there for the defender. Handoff from left to right, top of the circle, front court to Barreras. Hands it over to the left side to Molina. He drives the lane. His shot swatted from underneath the hoop by Mora and sends it to the near sideline, out of bounds. It will be Gadsden basketball. 67-43, Eagles by 24. Bounce pass comes in the left wing. Three fadeaway for Laura, no good. Rebound top of the circle, click off the rim. Molina got it, and he gives it back to Apodaca to reset at the timeline. He backs out of the pressure. Good D by Samad J. Williams. Unloads to the left wing to Mercado, and then gives it right back to Apodaca. Top of the circle, backs up to the timeline. One-hand bounce pass to the left elbow to Barreras. Pivots. Gets the ball stripped away. Here comes the Eagles. Jalen Gore after turnover number 22. Goes to the rack. Double clutch is hammered from behind. Got a shove in the back. And putting a major shove on him was Laura. That'll be his first. 14th foul against Gadsden. And Coach Reeves did not like how hard that foul was. Jalen will step up for the two shots. He came into the game at 60%, 3 of 5 from the charity stripe, and he'll get two here. First shot is up, bouncing around the rim and no good. He had got a hard shot on that one, so I think he's trying to get the stars erased from his head. Gore with 15 points, 22 for Aaron Mora, 11 for Mackey, and 10 for Katre Morgan. So 4 in double digits for the Eagles. Second shot up and good, as putting it right through the net was Gore. 68-43, 3:21 left, third quarter. Substitution coming in for Gadsden is Tanya, as he'll step in for Apodaca. And they're kind of dropping off when they put Apodaca on the bench. He's their point guard. He's got a lot of quickness out there. See how they're going to shore up without him. The inbounder comes in the far right sideline to Laura, going one-on-one against Ronnie Ross in front of the Gadsden bench. Now at the timeline, he'll hand it off to Barreras. Barreras stop and go, dribbles through his legs, top of the circle against Ross, spin move, coming down the right side of the lane, lost the ball, kicked it over to the left side, and picked up by Laura. He'll fire up an NBA three off the back of the rim. Big battle for the rebound. Katre Morgan rips it away for his 8th board and sends it to Williams in the front court, left elbow. Kick out left, three on the way, off the rim, no good for Ross. Picked up by Box, top of the arc, and he throws up a three and count it. Tyler Box has 5 points off the rebound from Ronnie Ross. 71-43. And as they go the other way, they got a whistle at the half-court line. They're going to call an offensive push-off by Barreras. That'll be the 15th foul against Gadsden. And the second on Barreras. Also go down as a turnover. That's the 23rd for the Panthers, who trail 71-43 to your Eagles. Inbound to Mackey on the left wing. He'll drive the paint, lost it from behind. Taken away is Laura. Turnover number 8 for the Eagles. He'll send it ahead. Ball in traffic on the far sideline, stripping it away. The Eagles, Mackey, for another turnover for Gadsden. Throws it up court to a breaking Tyler Box, lays it off the right glass. Box now has a total of 7 points. 25 turnovers for Gadsden. Another steal in the backcourt. We got bodies on top of each other near the paint. And did they get a timeout or they got a jump ball first? Hobbs' bench came on the court. I was kind of wondering what was going on there. That was a brawl starting, but I guess they gave him the foul before the jump. A bunch of bodies on top. They're going to say the Eagles got the recovery and give them a chance to call the timeout. So nice steal there on the floor by Ramos for the 26th turnover. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Your Eagles up 71-43 over Gadsden. Come back with us in 30 seconds.
Clear. How long?
30.
All right. $15. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Three-shot missed in the corner by Mackey left side, but tipped over the front of the rim with two hands for Morgan. He's got 12 points and 9 rebounds. And the Eagles up 75-43. And we got a ricochet on the inbound from the baseline, kicked out, so the Panthers will retain possession. Eagles up by 32. Mercy rolls 35 to keep the clock moving. 2:01 left, third quarter. Inbounding on the right base of the backcourt, Barreras bounces it into Apodacu's return to the game. He'll go hard against Box. Mask is flying up from behind like a tail on Apodaca. He's just going to have to hold it with one of his hands now. Spins, crossover move, stays at the timeline. The Mask is on the floor now as Box playing some tough pressure D. Top of the circle. Crossover right for Apodaca. Lost the ball, but chases it down the far right sideline in front of the Gadsden bench. Backs it up to the timeline on top of his Mask. One hands it to the right wing to Molina. Bounce pass right block. It's loose in the paint. Still loose off the foot of Flores, and it'll be Hobbs basketball. That's a great hand for Box to get in there and kind of tussle it up a little bit. And that'll be another turnover for Gadsden. 27 turnovers for the Panthers compared to 8 for the Eagles. There's the difference in the ball game besides the point spread. 1:28 left, third quarter. Mackey will come across, and the coach for Gadsden talking to the referee. They stop action. Coach Rieger, I think he might have some water on the floor near the scorer's table. Well, actually, no, I know why they stopped. It's the mask. Apodaca's mask was still at half court, and their coach says, aren't they supposed to be wearing those? You got to stop the action. Apodaca has to leave the game for one play, though. So kind of consider that like an injury. Got to come out for one play if it stops the game. Mackey in the front court, dribbling through his legs on the right wing, up top, now around the left side of the perimeter. Throws it back door to Morgan on the alley-oop. Double clutch, misses off the front of the rim. Rebound by Mackey, his second underneath the hoop. The ball loose, though, and stripped away by Laura. Turnover number 9 for the Eagles. Throws a high one to half court, pulled down, and bodies are clashing at the timeline. As going up high was Barreras, and he got bodied into by Ronnie Ross. That'll be the third team foul on the Eagles, and only the first on Ross. Right near the scorer's table, and Ross came up a little bit wobbly after that when he crashed hard. Looked like just chest to chest, and they say he hung on to him a little bit, though. Inbounding will be Barreras near the scorer's table. Throws it back in the backcourt. Having to jump forward is Apodaca at the free throw line as he guarded by Williams. He almost fell to the floor. Gets back up, though, and stays with his man. Boy, Williams clapping his hands at his opponent that time. Apodaca gives it up top to Laura. 3 NBA distance. Mackey gets a hand on it, and they're going to think they're going to get him on the last touch. No, they're giving it back to the Eagles. Mackey looked like he got a piece of that basketball, but a crazy shot way outside that time. Well outside the top of the arc. 75-43, Eagles by 32. As Mackey will bring it up for Hobbs. Slows it up on the left sideline in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench, up top to Box. Spot up from the right elbow, shot on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Pass off to left wing, 3 on the way, no good. Missed by Mackey. Rebound on the right block for Morgan. He tried to go back up, but then he's fouled on the fadeaway. That's the double-double now for Trey Morgan, working hard with the blue collar in the paint. He's got 12 points and 10 rebounds. Now a chance for 2 free throws. So get the foul call on Blanco, his first 16th foul against Panthers. Morgan on the line is 2 for 2. 1 of 4 in double figures for the Eagles. First free throw is bouncing hard and no good. The Eagles have been hitting some clunkers here in this ball game, some hard shots off the rim. Mackey 0 for 2, Ramos 1 for 2 in the game, Gore 1 for 2. Morgan's now 2 for 3, misses the free throw again. Rebound for Mackey though. He tries to spin and go back up with it. They're going to call the foul on the floor though. Boy, he's getting high off that hardwood. But they're going to say it was before, they get the foul before he went up with it. 3 rebounds for Michael Mackey, and that will be the second quick foul on Blanco and the 17th foul, which will be a free throw situation for Michael Mackey. Of course, he had that 13 points against Permian on Saturday. So we get the 1-and-1 here. First is up and good. Clinked off a couple of the rim that time and then fell through. Mackey now with 14 points. 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. 76-43. 33-point lead. Trying to get that mercy roll within 2 here. And the second one bounced around the rim and good for Mackey. 77-43. Up to 34, their biggest lead of the ball game. 1 away from the mercy roll. In the backcourt, Apodaca stop and go against tough D of Samaje Williams. To the right wing, the Hobbs bench is starting to get loud, supporting him. Top of the circle, sliding now right to left is Apodaca. Spin move on the near left sideline and a 5-second violation. Talk about some D. Patience on defense, watching the hips and getting the turnover for Gadsden, who can ill afford those with 28 turnovers, and that's going to cause a Coach Rieger timeout. 9 seconds left, third quarter. Eagles 77, Panthers 43. Back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Clear, how long?
30.
Okay. $15.
Go ahead and add a 30, please.
All right.
Thank you.
$30. Just 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back live here in Anthony, New Mexico. Ty Friend here with you as the Eagles up 77-43, a 34-point lead. Mackey comes down the lane, lost the ball in the air, and Laura picks it up for his 5th rebound. He'll throw up a 3 at the buzzer in the left corner, and that will end the third quarter as it clinks off the iron. No good. So after a late timeout, and now we're at the end of the third. Still 77-43. Your Hobbs Eagles over Anthony. We'll be back in 60 seconds live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Okay, clear. 60?
Yes.
Okay. $30. $15. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're back live here in Anthony to start a quick fourth quarter. Eagles in the front court. A shot from the right block. In and out for the Eagles. Jalen Gore off the rim. And a pull down outside the paint by Laura. That's his 6th rebound, but a steal on the pass. And coming down the paint is Mackey for points number 17. And that will be now the 29th turnover for Gadsden. 79-43. Driving hard to the other end is Laura down the left side of the lane. They're going to call the charge as he pushed off on Aaron Mora, who had stepped up in the paint that time. Laura will pick up his second personal, 8th team foul, and that will be another turnover. That is 30 in the ball game for Gadsden. 79-43 Eagles. Scoring right now, 17 for Mackey, 22 for Mora, 16 for Gore, and 12 for Morgan. Pass to Morgan on the right elbow. He pivots. Tough pressure by Laura. Down, back door to Mora, and he lays it in for 2 on the right side off the pass for Morgan. Mora with 24 points. 81-43 Eagles. A steal on the pass coming in the paint in the backcourt. Getting ahead on is Michael Mackey. He's knocked to the floor, and that was a desperation foul for the Panthers, who are mad that the ball had been stolen again. That's going to be Apodaca's third personal, 19th foul. And turnover number 31. Mackey on the line with 17 points right now. He's 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. Red Mercy roll as well. Free throws up, and it is good. They're running the clock, too. They need to stop that with a 2-shot foul. Actually, it was a bonus, so that will be 2 shots, but now they stop it. 18 points now for Mackey, 82-43. 3 dribbles for him, shots up, and it's good as well. 40-point lead for the Eagles, biggest of the ball game, and 19 for Michael Mackey. A half-court pass hits the rafters. And, of course, both these teams aren't used to playing in this court, especially at Gadsden, because they play at their high school gym, but they're playing middle school in this one. Why are they giving it back to Gadsden? I guess they said the Eagles must have touched it. Half-court pass this time is stolen by Jalen Gore, but there's a whistle back at the Gadsden bench. I think the referee's going to give him a timeout. Looked like the ball had already been passed in and no possession on it yet, which you can't call a timeout on those. The official at the scores table does grant the timeout. So we're going to keep it right here. 83-43 the score, Hobbs by 40. And a quick point update again, 24 for Mora, leading scorer. 19 for Michael Mackey, 16 for Jalen Gore, and 12 for Katre Morgan. By the way, Morgan and Mora, the 2 M's out there, have combined for 21 rebounds, 11 for Mora and 10 for Morgan, both in double-doubles tonight. So big production for both of those 2 guys. And on the Gadsden Panthers side, Apodaca leads with 13, did not score in the third quarter. Laura has 11, did not score in the third quarter. 8 for Barreras and 6 for Molina. So they really didn't get much accomplished as Eagles jumped up to 77-43 at the end of the third. Again, this coming Thursday through Saturday, we'll have live coverage for you of the Artesia tournament. The Eagles will start on Thursday at 10 a.m. They'll take on Alamogordo. And a potential for either a 10 o'clock with a loss in that one on Friday or a 4:30 game if they win that first game. Championship set for Saturday at 7:30. And those times could be adjusted due to how games finish up. But regardless, the Eagles will have 3 games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday coming up for the Artesia tournament. So lots of games this week. Of course, this one on a Tuesday night. Those Eagles will be tired by Sunday, that's for sure. Inbound to the far right sideline, Apodaca against Mackey. Uses up his dribble, slings it over to the left side, picked up by Molina. Again, back over to Apodaca on the right. Triple team, bounce pass across the timeline, ripped down by Barreras. He goes reverse layup, left to right underneath the hoop and scores. Nice reverse. Actually, that was Laura. 13 for Laura. 83-45. In the front court, pass back door, coming from Ramos to Morgan, goes up strong with 2 hands and puts it through. Morgan with 14 points, 85-45. Pass across the timeline to Molina. Dumps it to the right corner. A 3-shot over the rim by Mercado. Morgan pulls it down in the deep right corner, but throws the ball way too far down the court to Mora, and it goes out of bounds. So Morgan picked up his 11th rebound, but also got the Eagles their 10th turnover of the game. So double-digit turnovers so far, but nothing compared to that 31 by the Gadsden Panthers. Inbound, coming in to the left side, driving the lane, double clutch, missing off the rim for the Eagles was Jalen Gore, and it goes out of bounds. Looks like the Panthers got a piece of that one. Ramos will come over to the inbound left baseline. Van Landingham returns for Hobbs, taking a much-needed rest there is Morgan. Again, he sits with 14 points and 11 rebounds, that double-double. Inbound to Van Landingham, good fake with the head, dumps it out to Ramos on the right baseline, 15-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Pulled down for the Panthers by Laura, his 7th rebound. He dribbles in the paint, tries a bounce pass down low to Molina left side. And they got a foul. Looks like a hold underneath. Oh, they might have called that against Gadsden underneath the basket. They've been getting some pushes in there. That's going to be a number 10 against the Gadsden Panthers, and they'll call the third there on Molina. So that will send a shooter for Hobbs, Van Landingham, to try to get himself in the scorebook tonight. On the season from the charity stripe, he is perfect 2 for 2, 100% from the line. Let's get a chance here to get the free throw opportunities. First shot is up, and it is good. Put it through for Van Landingham. Just talked to his mom a second ago, and they're really enjoying that headband that their son gets to wear to these games. Little fashionette statement out on the court. Second free throw, good as well. So Van Landingham puts both of them through. 87-45 your score. Van Landingham now with 2 points. Half-court inbound. Lost it for a second in Laura. Kicks it down in the left corner. 3 on the way. A rainbow jumper hard off the back of the rim for Molina. And that almost hit the ref in the head that time as it gets knocked out. I think it was pushed off by Van Landingham. So that will be Gadsden basketball on the left baseline. 4 minutes left. The clock running due to mercy roll. 87-45 Eagles. The inbound up top to Laura. Hippity hop step. Shot on the way and off the glass from 3 on the left side. Boy, did he call that one. That's 5. Make it 16 for him. 87-48. 3 on the way from the right. No good for Jalen Gore. The rebound and thrown up for Gadsden. They missed the layup. Pulled down by Van Landingham, and he finds coming down the lane Ramos. He tries to go up with a double clutch on the left side of the glass and is fouled. So Van Landingham gets his second rebound, and that's going to send Ramos to the charity stripe. Call that foul against Laura, his 4th, 11th-team foul. Ramos 1 for 2 from the line, both coming in this 4th quarter. He's got 3 points. First shot is up, and it is good. 88-47 your score. Substitution coming in for Gadsden. Flores checks in. And another guard on the court as well. That is Tanya. Eagles stay on the court with Gore, Van Landingham, Mora, Ramos on the line, and Mackey. 3:30 and ticking here in the 4th. 88-47. Second shot is up, and it's good for Ramos. He got both of them. He's got 5 points. 89-47. Pass deflected, picked up though on the near left sideline for Molina. Throws it right to Apodaca. Double team with Van Landingham and picked by Mackey. Double team pressure. He goes to the rack with a finger roll after the steal. Mackey now with 21 points and 32 turnovers for Gadsden. It's 91-47. At the other end, a lefty 3 is on the way and short. Picked up by Ramos on the boards. That's his first rebound. Bad pass to the timeline for turnover number 11. And going to the rack hard with it after the steal is Apodaca. He's got 15 points. Long pass to the other end and a dunk for Aaron Mora, one-handed over the right side of the iron. So Mora now with 26 points. 93-43, or 49. And Gadsden tries to thread the needle down the lane. The ball gets tipped by the Eagles by Van Landingham, goes out on the right baseline. Apodaca inbound, 2:25 remaining. A 50-point lead for the Eagles, or 44-point lead. Comes into left wing to Apodaca, top of the arc, sliding left to right, spins. He takes on the defense of Gore at the timeline. Bounce pass left corner to Tanya. Gets his shot rejected by Ramos, and he just kind of tried to tank that off from his shoulder, and Ramos kind of spat at the basketball with his hand that time. Coach Reeves will go to his bench, bring in Ross, Williams, Box, and one more, Gilberto Miranda. 150 and ticking. Bouncer to the timeline, caught by Tanya, but then he steps in the backcourt for the turnover. Things not working too well on the offense there for Gadsden. 33 turnovers now, and down 93-49. Clock to 1:35 due to the mercy roll. Inbound to Williams, top of the circle. Bounce pass right wing to Van Landingham, spins. No look pass to the right corner to Miranda. Takes it against 2 defenders up top. Kicks off right corner, 3 on the way for Ross. Off the side of the rim, no good. Loose at the free throw line. Bodies on the floor for the Eagles. And trying to get on top of his Miranda. He had a guy on a saddle on his back that time. Great call for the official to get that instead of a jump. Tanya's going to pick up the foul. His first, 12th team foul. as Miranda sprawled out on the court for it. His first rebound and a chance for free throws. Miranda's yet to shoot a free throw this season after 2 games. He'll get a chance here. Also has not scored this season, so love to get a chance here, and he does. Puts the first free throw home. He's got 1 in the book now. 94-49. Reverse digits on the scoreboard. Eagles in the driver's seat here. Second shot is up, and it is good. Miranda gets both of them. 95-49. Inbound coming hard is Apodaca. Weaves through some traffic. Shot from the free throw line. Air ball. Fox gets the board for the Eagles. That's his 3rd rebound. Outlet to the. No, he's going to take it. I thought he was going to pass it. Shot from the left elbow on the run. No good. Ball tipped out and picked up for the Eagles. Pulled down by Ross, his 3rd. Up top to Williams. Jab step to box in the left wing. Fakes a 3. Gets it to Van Landingham left corner. Double team. Back to box left side wing for 3. In and out of the rim. No good. Loose at the free throw line. And Mercado gets the board with 38 seconds. Back to Apodaca. Bounce pass left wing, front court to Molina. Fadeaway 3 out the back of their iron. And Van Landingham rips it down to the left baseline. His 3rd and a whistle. The hold call against Gadsden. That's their 13th team foul. And that should send Van Landingham to the free throw line. He's perfect, 2 for 2. Double bonus. They will stop the clock finally. 95-49. 46-point lead for the Eagles. 35 is a mercy roll, so they're 11 points ahead of that. As here comes Van Landingham. Already got 2 points in the books due to free throws. 3rd one's up and good. Kind of had a wicked spin to it as it went through the air, but it dropped through the net for him for his 3rd point. Substitution coming in for Gadsden is Quintana. 1 more here for Van Landingham. Oh, we got a Panther stepping in the paint too early, so if he misses it, they'll get a reshot. And, yep, Mercado knows what happened on that one. Misses the free throw off the back of the rim, but Van Landingham getting 1 more opportunity thanks to the miscue from Mercado. He was the man in the lower left block of the paint. So 1 more chance for Van Landingham to keep perfect on the season from the free throw. Hits off the front of the rim, no good. Underneath the hoop is Quintana with the rebound. The ball loose and picked up for Van Landingham after the turnover. But a steal on the bad pass to half court by Apodaca. So the Eagles now with their only 12th turnover. Apodaca drives to the far right sideline, gets it across to the pass to Tania, but that'll run out the clock here in Anthony, New Mexico. Your Hobbs Eagles winning big here, 95-49 to go to 2-1 on the season as they pick up a 46-point victory over the Panthers, who dropped to 0-2. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back live with the Hobbs Eagle postgame show on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
3 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Two minutes.
Thank you, sir.
You say something, sir?
No, it was somebody else, sorry.
Okay. 1 minute. $30.
Add me one more 30, please.
Okay. $30. $12. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Anthony, New Mexico. Ty Friend here live with you. Hobbs Eagle basketball. Big win on the road tonight, 95-49. Eagles dominating big, especially in that fourth quarter where they had a total of only 6 points on the board for the Panthers in that finale. Of course, the clock was running with that mercy rule going on as well. Hobbs up with 31 points in that first quarter of action, too, so definitely a big night for them. Lots of guys getting in double figures. In fact, 4. We'll get to that here in just a minute. First, let's take a look at the losing team, the home squad, tonight on their middle school court. Laura was the leader with 16 points. He had a tray in this ball game, was 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Apodaca with 15 points, but only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter. Barreras ended up with 8 points in the game. Molina was 6, and a couple other guys in the bucket apiece, Flores and Quintana. Not a lot of free throw opportunities for them as well. 5 for 11 for 45%, and only had 17 rebounds. Laura led with 7 for the Panthers. The big difference in the game was turnovers besides the point production. 33 turnovers for the Gadsden, or 34 turnovers for the Gadsden Panthers in this ball game. Some great defense being applied by the Eagles. And we mentioned those 4 in double figures for Hobbs, led by 26 for Aaron Mora, a double-double tonight, 26 points and 11 rebounds. He was 2 of 3 from the charity stripe, so playing the big man in the paint for the Hobbs Eagles. 21 points for Michael Mackey. He was 4 for 6 from the line. He had 3 rebounds. Jalen Gore hit a total of 3 3-pointers, had 16 points, and was 1 of 2 from the line. And the fourth man in double figures, Katre Morgan, with a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds, and was 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. So those 4 guys stepping up big for the Eagles. Some other guys in the scorebook as well. Jesus Ramos finished with 5 points. He was 3 for 4 from the charity stripe for 75%. Ethan Van Landingham got all 3 of his points on the line, 3 for 4 from the stripe. Tyler Box finished up with 7 points, including a tray. Gilberto Miranda came off into the fourth quarter with 2 for 2 free throw shooting and 2 points. And Ronnie Ross hit a bucket for 2 to finish up with his totals as well. So the Eagles get 9 players in the books, 4 in double figures, so almost half of their guys getting those double digits in this ball game. I should also mention on some rebounds, Mackey with 3, Ross got 3 boards, Ethan Van Landingham with 3 as well, and Tyler Box pulling down 3. Big difference in the rebounds, 39-17 unofficially in favor for the Hobbs Eagles, who were just getting up and down, getting on the glass all night long. Hobbs shot 17 of 25 from the free throw line for 68% in this ball game. So a lot more opportunities because of slicing to the basket and a lot of good putbacks and fouls called on rebounds for the Eagles' cause, and a lot of push-off fouls offensively for Gadsden, who are not getting in position on the rebounds. But again, turnovers the big difference in terms of this one, 34-12. Hobbs Eagles really taking care of business on defense to shut down their opponent. So Eagles improved to 2-1 on the season with this victory tonight. Gadsden dropping to 0-2. We mentioned they will be at the Artesia tournament coming up this week, Thursday. 10 o'clock start time on that one as they take on Alamogordo there at the Bulldog Pit. We will have that game covered live on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube, and we'll double-check to see if the radio can be afforded on that as well. We got a couple other broadcasts going on that day, so we're not sure if we can get that on the radio, but I guarantee you HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube on those. Friday, they will play either at 10 o'clock if they lose Game 1, and then 4:30 if they do beat Alamogordo in that first game of the tournament. And then Saturday, it's currently set for 7:30 for the championship game. And I forget exactly what the other game would be, depending on if they're third place or whatever the placing they might be going for. So I won't quote myself on that one at this point. But anyway, 3 games coming up this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we'll have that covered for you with our No Mark broadcasting stations. Final score once again tonight, 94-49. The final, 95-49, a mercy roll victory for your Eagles, winning by 46 points in this ball game to go to 2-1. Again, we'll come back to you Thursday morning, about 9:45 for the pregame show at HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. I'd like to thank Nathan back at the station for backing us up tonight, and also from Evie Stuber helping out in the studio as well. Have a great rest of a Tuesday night. Now time for a long road trip back home, 4 hours to Hobbs. Have a good one.
Clear.
Okay, thanks a lot, man.
Then I'll just play the ad. I mean,
Hobbs Eagle basketball on Cool 95.7 was also a presentation of Hobbs Express. Lasco